What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with 420 Gamer TV, bringing you guys a Dragon Age 4 wish list. Yep. Now, BioWare has announced that they are working on another installment of Dragon Age, and it's going to be Dragon Age 4. Now, we don't know the actual name of the full title. It's going to be Dragon Age 4, something. And honestly, I can't wait to hear more about it. Now, we won't hear very much about it because they're also working on another game called Anthem, and that looks just as fucking good. It looks epic as shit. But we're gonna dilute and go from Anthem to talk about Dragon Age 4 and what I would love to actually see in Dragon Age 4. Now, if you've played Dragon Age Inquisition, which most people believe this was going to be Dragon Age 3, technically Inquisition isn't Dragon Age 3. So, Dragon Age 4 might be, just in case for anyone to know, might be Dragon Age 3. Because this wasn't an actual 4. It was a fourth game, yeah. But they didn't call it Dragon Age 4, like how in Dragon Age there was that in Dragon Age and then Dragon Age 2. Nope. This was just Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, if you've played them from the first one to this one, then you know, like I do, that they've always had characters from the previous game installed and put into the next game. Now, one thing I really liked the most that Dragon Age Inquisition did was it literally brought stuff from Dragon Age 1, 2, and into this one. And if you don't know what I mean is BioWare had this little website that you were actually able to go to and implement all your choices from Dragon Age 1. And you were able to do this multiple times, especially if you had multiple characters, like I did. I had one of Mage, and I mean, I had multiples too, actually. I had like at least 2 of each almost. So, it's pretty epic that they actually did that, because the fact of the matter is, it makes the game experience more your game. So I'm hoping that's what they do in this next one, whether it's going to be Dragon Age 3 or Dragon Age 4, whatever they decide to call it. All I care about is the fact that it's another Dragon Age, and I can't say it's about time, because, I mean, I love the crap out of this one. Dragon Age Inquisition was one of my favorite ones, other than the original. The original was definitely by far my favorite. The DLCs they had for it were fucking awesome. Just the gaming experience for it, the storyline of it, everything was great. I mean, yeah, I like Dragon Age 2 with Hawk and his crew and everything, but playing in 1 was like one of the best ones ever, because you went from being, whichever character you were, to becoming a Grey Warden, and then becoming a leader of the Grey Wardens in a certain area. And that was awesome, okay? And I played every DLC for every single Dragon Age, so yeah, by far I think 1 and this one were the 2 best. Now, what I'm hoping that they do is the exact same thing with this website, which is allow you to choose, all your stuff from Dragon Age 1, 2, Inquisition, and which then will form what happens in the next one. Now, what I'm hoping they do with this next one is they take all the main characters that you played as, bring back the leader of the Grey Wardens, your character from number 1, bring him or her back as a partner character, meaning like they're a part of your actual crew. They go along with you on missions. Same thing with Hawk. I would like to see Hawk come in and actually be a part of your crew, be one of your companions. And then same thing with the Inquisitor. I would love to see the Inquisitor come in and do the exact same thing. You know what I mean? Have the Inquisitor come in and boom. Now, in Dragon Age 3 or 4, I'm kind of hoping that you get to play as Morgan's child. You know what I mean? Hopefully you're that. And you're developing your powers, you're learning more about your purpose, and you find out that whatever you choose will affect the entire world. Meaning, because if you don't know, Morgan's child, son or daughter, has a soul of an old god, a dragon soul inside. So, meaning, they have the ability to actually ascend and possibly go to the throne of light, and from there make a decision. It'd be awesome also to figure out more about the actual past, such as like what really happened, what created pretty much their belief system, why mages were locked up. Like, delving more into the past would be really great, because you get all these stories, you get all the books, and you read all this stuff, and you hear all about it, and you're like, man, I would really actually like to have a mission to where you actually get to relive it. Kind of like in Dragon Age 1, where they had a few of those when they're, pretty much figuring out all about the Savior and everything else in her army, and finding out that she got betrayed, a few other things. It'd just be nice to know who the creator actually was and everything else. And maybe even get to come across him or her in the next game. You know what I mean? And who the big bad boss would be quite interesting, but you never know. Could be Flemeth. Flemeth actually might even just be another companion. But either way, I would just love to see what they're going to do with it. But one of my top wish lists is being able to have all the main characters in the group as companions. That's my biggest one. Okay? My other biggest one would be actually being able to have, like, not an online play, but I mean at least have it to where one friend, or even, just one friend join in with you and maybe play as one of the other characters, like one of the other companions. But of course, that would have to be like no split screen, no nothing. It'd be awesome, because they don't have very many games to where you actually are playing on the same TV in the same room, where you're sitting next to your buddy or girlfriend or whatever to actually enjoy a game together. Most of it's all, okay, I met somebody off in this other state, in this other country, and we're playing a game together. I would like to see a game to where, you're actually sitting next to somebody, looking at the same TV, enjoying yourself. I would love that. Cross-playability, something like that would be fucking awesome. But, bring in all the factions, and let's expand from, where we've been through the last 3 games, and expand and add into another area. That would be great. Not to mention, being able to go to the Qunari lands would be fucking pretty badass. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure in the next game, that's where we'll be heading. And being able to choose where you start out at would be pretty awesome. But I highly doubt that's gonna... Well, I don't know. They've usually always given you a choice and option. But definitely bring back all the old characters that you're able to play as, such as, human, elf, dwarf, Qunari, which I love that one. That was pretty badass when they added that one. I love being able to play as a Qunari. Matter of fact, actually, that was one of my very first characters I created in Dragon Age Inquisition, was a Qunari. Mage, I believe. But I literally would love to see all that stuff right there. And being able to actually do the same thing like how they did in Dragon Age 1 and Inquisition, to the point where, you start out as this, like, lowly, like, guy or girl, and you rise up through the ranks and you become the leader of this, like, massive army. Because at the end of Dragon Age Inquisition, if you beat the story and you played all the DLCs, then the Inquisitor... Well, okay, in mine, I disbanded the Inquisition, but not disbanded it. It's more of, I made it seem like I disbanded it, but all of us actual Inquisition higher-ups stayed together and were starting to formulate a plan, and the cutscene kind of made it seem like what I'm talking about right now was more likely going to be a possibility of they were going to look for, the leader of the Grey Wardens, your first character you created. They're going to look for him or her. They're going to look for Hawke and a few other key people throughout Dragon Age storyline, from 1 to Dragon Age Inquisition. And they were going to seek them out for their help to fight against this upcoming war that's going to happen. that most other people are oblivious to, because they don't want to see what's going to happen, because they don't want to see that there's going to be something beyond Corypheus and his goal. Now, if a man like Corypheus can go and become what he became and everything else, do you not think there's something or someone stronger than him? You know there has to be. So whoever that big boss is going to be, this big bad boss, is going to be freaking epic as shit. I just can't wait to see what kind of new abilities they give us. I'm kind of hoping they allow like a cross class kind of like thing, to where like let's say you start out as a mage, right, or a warrior, and you figure out that you have like magical power, so you're able to combine a mage with a warrior, meaning like you're able to be like a spell sword almost, be able to do magical damage and use magical spells, but still be able to do physical amounts of damage, meaning it's adding magical with your physical, much like how a mage would for the warriors in your group, when you use that special elemental spell that allows you to give them elemental damage. But in all essence, it's you who's actually doing it for yourself and maybe your party. Something like that would be freaking epic as hell. Just being able to see that in the game. Being able to actually, you know, make the choices in the game actually affect how everything plays through, much like how Inquisition was. Like when you pissed off a certain group, another group wouldn't help you, or if you helped a certain group before you helped another group, they wouldn't help you. Because in mine, I actually had both mages and Templars on my side. I didn't just have one group; I actually had both. So hopefully, you know, they add that element into the game to the point to where you're actually able to sit there and make massive choices that affect the entire world and how you play through it. So, because that's why I like playing these kind of games, especially Dragon Age, because Dragon Age has been one of the games that's done it the best that I've seen so far. Now, I hope everyone actually keeps up with it. I hope everyone actually keeps an eye on the release of the information that we're going to be getting. Because right now, we just know that they are currently working, BioWare is currently working on 2 games. Anthem and a new Dragon Age. And the thing is, with the new Dragon Age, they haven't specified on the title. They didn't say if it's Dragon Age 4, they didn't say if it's Dragon Age 3, they just said they're working on another Dragon Age. I hope it's an actual Dragon Age game. I'm hoping to God they're not copying what Bethesda's doing with Fallout 76 and making it a survival game. Fuck that. I want an actual game to where I can play with a friend or friends, not online, maybe a cross-playability, maybe same room system gameplay, something like that. But I don't want something to the point to where it like literally requires most of your time to be spent online, to just play with someone next to you. That's another one that's my main one I love to see. But definitely amp up and add in some new, like, I would like to see some new classes, because I mean they still have always had the assassin, the reaver, you know, the battle mage, not really battle mage, but kind of battle mage, you know, the healers. I kind of hope that they add something kind of new, maybe even splice it into the point to where you're able to be starting out as one kind of class and then do a cross class. A cross class would be badass, honestly it would. And just imagining seeing someone who's like an assassin who's able to use magic abilities, or a warrior who's able to use magical abilities, or a mage who's able to use warrior abilities, shit like that. To the point to where, you know, your character literally is a one-man army or one-woman army, and, you know, shows the fact that they are who they are. Because if this goes the way I hope it does, and you do end up playing as Morrigan's child, male or female, then the thing is, you have to expect that they're going to be fucking just ridiculously powerful as you progress through the storyline of the game. So it would make a lot more sense if they allow cross-class ability, mainly because of the fact that with, you know, you being that character and having the soul of an old god in you, it makes you beg the question of how many other old gods or other beings much like yourself are out there who are probably a lot older and a lot more powerful and everything else. But I think that's it for this video. I made it like 16 minutes almost. So I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope everyone agrees, and if you don't, hey, difference of opinion rocks, man, right? So I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I hope everyone keeps an eye out for any more Dragon Age information. I will definitely be doing that. So I hope everyone has a great day, great night, great evening, all that great shit. You know exactly what I mean. Catch me for my next one. Later, guys.